My first love theatre, that also came from Mumbai, and love of my life, my wife, that I met in one of the shows. So yeah, that also happened in Mumbai. So Mumbai is love. It appealed me because, as I've understood love always, it's a very universal emotion,
Yes.
and you can feel it for anyone or anything also. But how you portray something which is still difficult for people to understand, and it's a complex emotion ultimately.
Hi guys, this is Ankita. You are tuned into peepingmoon.com, and by the way, we are in love with Thane today because we have Pratik, Ranveer, Ritwik, and Dhruv joining us talking about two different projects but under the same umbrella, Modern Love. Hi guys.
Hello.
First question, common for everyone. What's the definition of modern love for you all?
आप तो
आज का
practice
वाला
करके आए
प्यार
हो।
मैं तो बहुत
ध्रुव,
प्रैक्टिस
मतलब तुम तो आई हैव टू से पीएचडी तो प्यार पे है ही है
नहीं कुछ नहीं है मैं सीख ही रहा हूँ व्हाट्स द डेफिनेशन ऑफ मॉडर्न लव आई गेस अ बिट ऑफ अवेयरनेस अ बिट ऑफ this idea of respect and dignity, which should have been, which is there even earlier times, but just that you're a little aware, than before, I guess.
Agreed. You're not copying the answer.
No, I'll actually copy like 2 letters from the word that he used. I'm going to say awake. Also, modern love is more about being awake in the moments that's important.
Ranveer ji?
Okay, for me, I think modern love is just letting be and letting it be. Not running around in circles anymore and not singing songs. Just being and letting it be.
And Pratik, because yours has been a love marriage, so.
Yeah. Oh.
So.
So, in modern context of love is wider acceptance and inclusiveness. मतलब जो प्यार जितना छोटा शब्द है उतना बड़ा है वो actually.
Exactly. So, I'll stick with you then. I'll start with you. You and Ranveer are joining forces for Bai. Lovely name. I will not ask what it means without asking you to reveal everything about it. But touching upon a topic, as you have said, inclusivity of love. What was your idea to go for that particular part? Was there a thought process that you wanted to tell that kind of story about same sex, as we call it, or it just happened to cross your path and you embarked on the journey?
So I was offered this story, and Hansel sir spoke about this story. It appealed me because, as I've understood love always, it's a very universal emotion,
Yes.
and you can feel it for anyone or anything also. But how you portray something which is still difficult for people to understand, and it's a complex emotion ultimately. So the characters, Manzar Ali's character that I'm performing in Bai, he's going through such a lot of difficulties and complexities, and his entire journey is just about love. So why somebody has to go through so much just for love is is very interesting to understand and perform, and I get that got me.
Right, but what got you out from the kitchen and into the studio? Though you have been, of course, shooting your shows and you have been a known face when it comes to camera and cooking shows, but that too in a story which talks about love in such a, I would say, in a manner which we still are not very okay talking about or maybe touching upon on
That's
every
exactly
second.
what caused me to
Yes.
jump on the story. That's precisely the reason. Also, I think, Hansel sir called it खाना बनाना ना ठीक है. लोग बोलते हैं ना method acting. मैं तो इस method में 25 साल से I was preparing for this role to sort of put it in perspective. But I just felt that if it had to come, if a story had to come, and my profession was to be a part of that story, then it's my duty to justify both the story and my profession.
Now we have like Ritwik and Dhruv for I Love Thane. Ritwik, I have to start with you. If I'm not wrong, this
Why
is
did you giggle before you started?
ये बड़ा
because
खतरनाक
I
story
was going to say something. I'm like, chodo, I will not bully you on the camera. But It's more or less about the online dating, that what I could understand a bit about your part, about the film you guys have. So, because I couldn't gauge much about it in today's time, and if that is the premise we are talking about, online dating, that's it for you. How you understand the online dating concept?
I don't understand it at all because I've never been on it. So you're never going to
He's
get a
lying.
concrete answer from me.
He's lying.
Are
As if she's seen you on it.
Yeah.
I can't claim. But honestly, seriously, no online dating for you.
No experience, zero. So I don't know how to answer that question genuinely.
But then, Dhruv, how you, being an actor as well, chose to direct a short, as if I would call it, with such a concept? Because your tryst with love has been epic,
So, I mean,
little by little and more by more.
the story is not about online dating.
Yeah, that was my little bit understanding of what I
Huh.
could see from the trailer.
That's probably the starting point, but it's actually about the pursuit of love, you know, and how you think you can get it from anywhere and at any point thanks to the technology that is available at you. But it happens to you very unexpectedly. That is the story, you know, and so it's really not about A thing or B thing, but it's just that, you know, everybody wants love. Everybody has this thing inside them that, yeah, I wish someone accepts me for who I am, the way I am. And that is what the film is about. Of course, उसका ढांचा हमने इसको online dating world में डाला है. But yeah.
The common factor in amongst all this is Mumbai as the setup, the base, and the dhadkan of the story, as I would call it, in as Bollywoodish manner as it gets it. But what's your tryst of love with Mumbai? Modern love in Mumbai, because we all know it's a Amazon studio has got it from the US, and now we have Mumbai as a setup. What's your tryst with Mumbai? Pyar ke liye?
Yeah, Mumbai got me my love. In all its sense. Yeah.
All cameras there.
My first love theatre, that also came from Mumbai, and love of my life, my wife, that I met in one of the shows. So yeah, that also happened in Mumbai. So Mumbai is love.
Ranveer?
Yeah, I think Mumbai gave me an expression. You know, as chefs, we're very inwards. You know, we're very inwards. And when you come into a city that believes in projection, a city that sort of believes in the power of expression, and you want to settle down in that city, you sort of you vibe with it, and that's what I felt Mumbai gave me. You know, that all that was happening inside, some of it started coming outside, and then when people start accepting it, you know,
Exactly.
I think that's what Mumbai gave me. It just gave me the. Otherwise, I was the chef would just look down and cook, और जिस दिन गुस्से में होता little चला गया.
सेट पे वैसे I'm just asking ऐसे हो गया किसी
अब
दिन?
नहीं होता ना, हम आधे एक्टर वैसे हो जाते हैं. So, but yeah, Mumbai gave me expression. It gave me a purpose for the internalization that me as an introvert always felt was important.
I'm going to sound a little narcissistic because I'm
Feel
going to say you're asking me why I love Mumbai and what is love
Yeah,
for
what's
Mumbai,
the
right?
what's Mumbai and love for
I
you?
genuinely always have felt that Mumbai as a city is, I've always mirrored the city, like who I am, has been very close to who Mumbai has been, like, or what it is right now. So if I say I'm in love with Mumbai, I would say that I'm in love with myself. But
Okay.
minus the self-love. But very honestly, if I have to sketch a portrait of Bombay, I would sketch the Carter Road Promenade with the open theatre in it and the sea just waving in, because that is Bombay for me. Bombay is chaotic and at peace at the same time, and I love that about
It's a beautiful mix.
it. Yes.
Yeah, you know, for an outsider like me, I've been here for 13 years now. So for me, it's just that, you know, I've come across so many different phases of love. The first 5-6 years, I was just struggling to love myself. Then once I loved myself, I started to explore the city with its food, with its local culture. Then I fell in love here. Then I was like, okay, I need to love my home. And now I think when all these things are settled in some way, I just see that, you know, it's a city with a lot of compassion for its animals, you know, at least the neighborhood that I live in. You know, I walk around and I see an old man talking to a cat. I see my watchman taking care of the animals, and without any expectations, just find that to be very, very amazing. You know, I don't know what next year this city would teach me in its form of love, बट हर साल या हर फेज में या हर 2-3 साल आई जस्ट कम अक्रॉस अच्छा ये भी है, अच्छा ये भी है. So it feels like it's something which keeps growing, keeps bubbling. It's amazing like that.
I'll divide this question in you two. What really I found interesting while I was watching the trailer for this anthology was the titles which you guys have chosen for your particular shots. Like, why is it Bai and why is it I Love Thane? Because as deceptive they can be, they are. I am still trying to figure out. So I would like an answer, if you can, without revealing much about it. Why is it I Love Thane?
Yeah, when I mean, I was asked to work on this. I was like, कि यार अब बॉम्बे में टाउन तो बहुत देख लिया, बैंड्रा बहुत देख लिया, the typical working class of धारावी वो भी काफ़ी देख ली. But again, I live in the suburbs and I see a different side of Bombay which is not really represented a lot. And I have a lot of my friends who are from Bombay now and they come from Kandivali, they come from Malad. So I was like, yeah, where's that middle class? Where's that 9 to 5? सिंपल लोग जो घर पे बैठ के टीवी देखते हैं, not to reduct them like that, but I was like,
yeah, we have a huge working
exactly,
section,
the suburban
regular
side of this
side.
city, where does it live? How do they talk? What are their ambitions? What are their aspirations? So that's why I was thinking, let's do Thane, because also it's about the pursuit of love, na. And I didn't want it to be Bandra to Andheri. कि अब ढूंढी रही है तो थोड़ा लंबा
क्लबिंग में निकल जाएगा.
तो थोड़ा लंबा ढूंढना चाहिए.
And what about you guys? How does Bai? How did that come out?
What is it? Bai.
So Bai.
Like B.
So Bai is
it's very smart way to put it out.
so grandmother को हर एक घर में अलग-अलग तरह से बुलाया जाता है. गुजराती में बा बोलते हैं, कोई आई बोलते हैं, बाई भी बोलते हैं. So this is Bai is about a grandmother.
Nice.
So the entire film, the major chunk of the film is about Manzar Ali's relationship with his Bai and what he wants to convey, and there is a constant tension and how that happens. So Tanuja ji has played as Bai and she's phenomenal.
On a lighter note, ये रणवीर के हाथ का खाना सेट पे मैंने सुना है नहीं खा रहे थे आप? क्यों? Nation wants to know before I move forward.
तो इन्होंने मतलब एक से एक बढ़िया डिश बनाई है.
Spoiler alert, you'll see him eating everything. That's how good he acts.
But he doesn't. Otherwise.
Sure.
So I am a vegetarian and all the dishes which were there in the script were all
वो हमारा और हंसल सर का मेन्यू था.
जिसमें ये सिर्फ गेस्ट अपीयरेंस.
तो मैंने इनको बोला भी था कि यार स्क्रिप्ट मतलब ऐसी रैगिंग मेरी इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज में भी नहीं ली गई थी कि सामने कुछ बन रहा है और मैं खा नहीं पा रहा.
Plus the smell and everything must have been really, yeah.
No, it was very good and I'm 100% sure the dishes were out of this world, but
So not even the gravy and tari.
अरे यार the same question.
5 out of 5. Please look like this.
He's not even like
He's a dipper.
dipping vegetarians होते हैं ना. He's not even that.
But then I got special dish for me.
That is.
Sevai.
Oh.
Lovely.
Kimami sir.
Skimai basically. So
रेसिपी अभी नहीं मिलेगी. सिर्फ इंटरव्यू में इतना कुछ नहीं मिल सकता.
हाँ फिल्म में सारी रेसिपीज मिल जाएंगी आपको.
Great.
And on your two front, I was very interested because when you said कि you have never been on online dating site or app or something, and here you come from an experience of finding your love in the city. ये online dating के concept पे can you give me a certain bit of light, because we consider it आज का प्यार is like very left and right swipe. इधर या उधर, वो लॉन्ग डिस्टेंस तो बहुत दूर की बात है. यहाँ से निकलते निकलते इस कमरे के बाहर तक लेफ्ट एंड राइट में एक लव स्टोरी खत्म हो जाती है. How you as an actor and you as a creator came up with that one particular gem of an idea?
Yeah, I mean, if I have to tell the story of our times, then this has to be a a part of it. Also, because it seems very like rosy, ke yeah, you are full of opportunities, but actually these are extremely lonely times. Just because you have 10,000
Yes.
people on your screen doesn't mean all of them are available to you. And each swipe makes you feel lonelier, irrespective whether that swipe is going to the left or to the right. So, kahin na kahin, it's judgmental, this swipe, because you're not judging the other person, you're also judging yourself. And in these times when the social media and everything is there, तो कहीं ना कहीं be it insecurity, be it that discomfort, be it that झिझक, वो दूसरे के साथ ही नहीं अपने साथ आती रहती है. और उसमें you have to come out of this vulnerability in order to find love. That seems a bit of a task, you know. So yes, the everything is there given to you, but that doesn't mean that it's all lovely, I guess. Yeah.
इस मूवी के बाद ट्राई करा
Dating app. इस movie के बाद तो I don't know. I think you'll have to finish the film to understand what.
By the
perspective
end of
towards
this interview,
dating app.
I'm definitely downloading a dating app on his phone so that you girls could get to know if he's there or not.
No, but it's like life. No, I think gone are the days when necessity was the mother of invention. Now it's laziness. Like everything's being invented so that you can sit on your chair and just get things.
And I think
through to
it's, isn't it too much of convenience? Even just if I talk about love from this film point of view, and when I talk about even whatever I get from by that, either we are too judgmental or we are just into too much of convenience for everything. People are not ready to draw a balance anywhere. या तो हम बिल्कुल judgment pass कर देंगे ये हो नहीं सकता, ये इस तरीके का प्यार चाहिए नहीं और इस तरीके के प्यार में हमको ज़्यादा time spend करना नहीं है. Just have to go left and right.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I've not done it. Again, I've never done it. I don't know. I haven't left or gone right on anybody so far. But it's, I don't know. I just feel like it's reflecting, love is reflecting exactly how our lives are right now. We are busy. We are trying to run. We are trying to settle. We are trying to do everything at the same time. So the way we are looking for love is also happening in such a manner. But I'm not looking down upon these apps because thank God for them. A lot of people who are not interested to be in social environments all the time could sit at home and yet strike a conversation with somebody and then figure out if you actually want to meet or not. I think that's quite
Yeah,
nice.
a lot of them have found love
There
also.
was a study that was done, which is the biggest driver for rejection on an online app is the fear for rejection. Fear of rejection.
So that's what I mean. He correctly said
Yeah,
that you were
that's
judging
it.
yourself
Basically,
also.
you're afraid to be rejected, so you're rejecting first. That's the biggest driver for rejection on these apps.
But before we draw curtains to this chat, I have to give it. How do you feel? And this is for all of you. When a platform like Amazon, and even we call them, am I rightly calling them shorts? Like if I don't know, should I call them shorts or whatever, like a 40-minute anthology
There are
or
6 stories.
Yeah, 6 stories per day. You get to tell stories the way you want to, but in a stipulated frame of time. How do you feel in today's time? Because me and Pratik were just having a small candid chat that we are having this chain scenario of entertainment. How audience view content. How you think that this is so relevant today? All the stories which you are here to tell, individually as an actor, as performers, and collectively, as a united front when you put together a project. How relevant are these stories today, and especially in a time of OTT where I have a pause button and a play button in my hand the very instant it comes out?
So I guess this is absolutely relevant in today's time because what I have learned in last 2 years is that audience is ready for everything.
Everything.
In fact, they are starving for experiments.
Agreed.
So if you are serving them anything new, which they have never seen before, or which is surprising them, they are ready for it. So that's the biggest driver of something like this to come up on a big platform like Amazon. And this modern love has already been tried and tested
Exactly.
across the globe. So that has always won hearts. And Mumbai is a city full of stories and full of love. So all the reasons right for this story to come up.
Anyone?
I think everybody is looking for love. Everybody is looking for love. All of us pretend to know the definition and are still looking for it. And anything that redefines it or makes it a little more crystalline for us is something that we always gravitate towards. That's primarily why I think the whole idea of modern love is sitting in today's society. Forget about India. In today's society in general.
And you two?
Yeah, no, it's amongst a lot of content. I think why this one also makes at least me feel excited to watch all the stories is that there's this honesty, kahin na kahin, not to say that other shows and other content, but iska to starting point hi wahi hai, it is not to there is no gimmickry as such, there is no ye effect hai, iska to starting point hi hai ki this is a story about love and different definitions of it, and kahin na kahin I think people always gravitate towards those stories, which have a bit of honesty about them, which I hope this show does because we haven't seen it in its entirety. But I feel that is what excites me, the simplicity, the honesty, the classic storytelling, yet in a modern vessel.
Yeah, in the,
You know?
the very current setup. And Ritwik, you got to give
I'm
me
the
the
target audience of this show. I'm really looking forward to watch all of the films and ours too. And I'm just quite kicked. I hope everybody out there watching this is also as excited as us to watch this show. So please watch Modern Love on Amazon
and to
Prime
all
Video.
the lovesick and looking for the ones and the ones looking for love also.
Yes.
It's for you. But thank you guys. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank
And
you.
this was the best crossover I could have had. I never thought this would be this much fun, but thank you.
Thank you.